Okay guys, so we're on a brand new adventure today, and I was actually looking for a 1902 house. Or it was on a 1902 map. So more than likely it was, here in the 1860s. But I have, upon looking for that house, I have stumbled on another house that is much older. And I haven't been here long, but I've already dug a piece of lead. But I'm seeing a lot of sign on the ground, and I'm just going to kind of show you what I'm seeing that lets me know that there is a house site here. So let's take a look at that. So when I first walked up here, I started seeing, chunks of brick and pieces of pottery and pieces of oyster shell, which is a good indication of late 1700s, early 1800s home site. There's another piece over here, oyster shell right there. Brick shards all in here, a little bit of black glass. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of slow down and hunker down in this area right here and just kind of see if there's anything here. Like I say, I've only been here about 10 minutes, and I dug lights up too. I dug this piece of lead. Could be a mushed up mini ball, but I think it's just a chunk of lead. So we'll poke around in here for a few minutes, see how it pans out. Pan out, we'll continue on our way looking for our other site. So hang tight, we'll be right back. Okay, I got a really nice high tone here. It's hitting at 82, so I'm hoping it's going to be a coin. Well, nope, it's not. It is a, okay, this is a, let me give it a pants wipe. This is a harmonica reed. You can see these, this one is actually, looks like it's made of pewter, possibly, but these would have been, air would have come through these holes, and it would have created the note that they played. So that's a harmonica reed. That's probably post-war. I'd say that's 1870s to 1880s, which is around the time period of the house that I was looking for. But I don't think this is the house site that I was initially coming here to find. So that's a cool find. We'll keep it and see you at the next hole. Finally, I've got a good high squeaker. It's reading 77, and I thought we'd pick it up together and see what it is. So it's in this hand. It's in here. Got it right here. I think it's going to be a shotgun. Oh no, it ain't actually. It's a flat button. Awesome. Well, that right there will help date the site. Let me give it a pants rub here. Okay, so it's got a back mark on it. Yep, so I'd say that's 1850s, 1840s, 50s, somewhere along in there. I don't know what it says. I can't see it, but I'm assuming that it says gilted or treble gilt, or so what do the other ones say? Treble gilted, something to that extent. We'll get it cleaned up when we get home, which it looks pretty good. I mean, this soil is extremely sandy. We're probably only a half a mile from the river, so this soil is extremely sandy, and these folks would have used the water, the river, as their water supply. And then just behind us here, probably 3/4 of a mile, is the highway. So they would have had their transportation here, their water over there. This is the highest spot actually on the map in this area. So I finally got my phone to load. I don't have a signal where I'm at. And what I've found out here is there was 2 home sites on the same property. So there was an older house site that more than likely burned at some point in time, and then it was rebuilt on top of later on. So I've been on the site I've been looking for the whole time. It's just older than I thought. And I am blown away by the amount of iron that's in this place. I mean, it is just, I've hunted Civil War camps in Culpeper, Virginia, and not heard this much iron. This is just ridiculous. I definitely want to come back here with a different machine, like the Deus or the ORX or something like that, that can sniff through the iron a little better and see if I can sneak something out. I'm not done yet. I'm still going to stay here a little while. I did just find the house. I'll take you that. I'll show you that now before we take a look at what I got here. So I was actually wondering where the house was at, and I saw a couple of high rises up in here on some of these ridges, but very little brick. And then I stepped in here, and I'm going to show you what I'm looking at and how I think the house was laid out. So here we go. So right here, I know it's not very photogenic, but this is a big, long stack of bricks. More than likely, that was a chimney. And then right over here, right here is another stack of bricks. Right there, that would be another chimney. And then if we step back here a little ways, you can kind of see the right here. There's a corner of brick. It goes around, goes back there, comes around. There's a corner right here, and there's a corner right here. So there's a chimney here and a chimney there. So then two chimneys on the house. Could have been more, but that's all I see right now at the moment. And it is just, I'm telling you, the iron is just unbelievable on this site. So I got my discrimination turned up to about 25 or so on the AT Max, and I'm just listening for any and every little high squeak that I can hear that's not iron. And this is the first one that I've come to in probably an hour. So let's see what this is. I think I see it. I think this could, nope, that's just dirt. Okay. False alarm. Just together. So let's see what this is in case it's something good. It's hitting a 74, 76 on the meter. All right, it's in my hand. Oh, I dropped it. There it is right there. Whatever it is. Well, it is lead filled. So I'm assuming, let's give it a pants rub here. I'm assuming that that is some sort of rosette. It appears to be pewter with a lead backing. Yeah, we'll definitely keep that and add that in the pocket. When I get home, we'll get it cleaned up a little bit and see if we can figure out what it is a little better. It may not be a rosette. It could be, I don't know. It could be the bottom of like a snuff can or something like that. It's definitely interesting. We'll definitely keep it. So we'll see you at the next hole. Be back in a few minutes. All right, so got another good signal here, a 68, and I see something green right there. Not sure what it is, so I thought we'd recover it together. I think it's going to be a dresser pull. Looks like it's broken. That's what I believe that is. It's definitely been there a while. It's that nice dark green, and we're hunting right behind the house, so that's definitely a cool piece. We'll definitely hang on to that and see you at the next hole. All right, not 3 feet from the other signal, the dresser pool. I got a 68 here. It's kind of bouncing all around. I thought we might look for it together. There it is right there. What do you guys think that is? Right now I have absolutely no idea without getting the dirt off of it. So what do you guys think? Think that's a piece of junk? Or could it be another rosette? Let's clean it off and look. I think, let's give it a pants rub. I think it could be another rosette. What do you guys think? It's definitely just like the other one. It's got lead backing in it and something on the front here. Not sure what that is. I don't know if that's a rosette or not. I don't know. We'll have to get it home and clean it up and take a better look at it. We'll do a wrap up at the end, and maybe by then I'll ponder on it a little bit and kind of figure out what this thing is. We'll see you at the next one. Well, I wasn't going to record this because I thought it was just a piece of wire, because it was turned on its side like this, and I could see it down in the hole. But actually, it's a spoon. It's not a very old spoon. I probably did that. I don't know, that kind of looks like an old bend. It probably would have been silver plated at some point in time. It may have a maker's mark on it, and if it does, that'll help date it. But I'm guessing that spoon there probably is from the 20s, 30s, or 40s. I'm guessing. I'll definitely keep it. It's definitely neat. We'll add it to the collection. We'll see you at the next hole. Okay, got a 55-60 here. This could be a shotgun shell, but it was awful deep. So let's see what it is together. I see it right there, but I don't know what it is. I think it's just going to be a piece of brass. Yep, I think it's just a piece of miscellaneous. Oh, nope, wait a minute. I think I see some teeth right here. If it is, I think I know what this is. If you guys can see those teeth on that thing, I think, and it makes sense because I've dug a couple of pieces of iron in here, some bits from horses or whatnot. I think this is the bottom portion of a currycomb. So there would have been which they made a ton of different styles throughout the years, but it would have been a square box, and there would have been rows of these brass teeth, laid in the box, and it would have had a little wooden handle on it, and they would have used it to basically just comb the horse's mane, or comb the horse's hair, in general. And I think that's what that is the teeth portion of a currycomb. So with all of the horse items I found in here, the currycomb, the iron rings, over there I got the rosettes, harmonica reed in here, one or two pieces of those in here, but most of it has been horse related items in this opening right here. So I'm assuming this is where the stables were, or perhaps this was a hitching post. This is definitely a road bed that runs down through the woods here, so it could have just been a travel area, and there could have been a hitching post, right over here behind the house. Who knows? But we're going to keep at it, and we're going to give it about another hour or so and see what we come up with, and we're going to call it a day because it's hot and it's only getting hotter. So we'll see you at the next hole. All right, I'm actually pretty excited about this one. It was in a small area. It's hitting a solid 81 on the machine. It's picking up my shovel, but it's definitely coin size. So I'm hoping it's a coin, an old coin, so it'll help date this site a little better. So let's recover it together, and we can share the excitement at the same time if it is a coin, and we can share the disappointment together if it's not. Well, I thought I got it out. Well, there it is. All right, it's in this hand. Oh, actually I see it. You guys see it right there? See the edge? That's either a coin or a button. What do you think? I see a reeded edge, so I'm gonna say that's probably gonna be, I don't know if any head pennies had reeded edges or not. Let's take a look at it together and see what we got. No, I think it might actually be a dime. Doesn't appear to be silver. Oh, please, come on, please be a seated. Nope, it's, well, darn. That's kind of a disappointment. That is just a Roosevelt dime from 1985. Well, daggone. Well, oh well. Comes with the territory. We'll stick it in the pocket and keep looking, and hopefully find some coinage, or maybe a two-piece button, or another flat button would be nice. Only one flat button thus far, but we'll keep at it. We've still got about another 45 minutes or so, and we'll let you know when we get to the next hole. Okay, so I'm working my way back to the truck. Walking down this this open clearing right here. I picked up a little, looked like a little front to a locket, perhaps. It could be part of a two-piece button, but it looks more like a locket. Got a really good signal here, 79 on the VDI. I'm gonna swing back to the truck, and when we get back, I'll do a wrap up. This may be the last signal you see. If I do dig something else and it's really cool, I'll get it on video, but if not, you'll see it at the end on the wrap up. So let's go ahead and recover this together now and see what we got. I'm guessing that it's a harmonica reed. I think I just dropped it, although it sounds pretty good. There it is right there. Looks like we got a piece of lead, is what I would say that is. Man, isn't that pretty? I'm telling you, this sand, it does a number on lead. It just puts the prettiest chocolate patina you've ever seen. So that could just be, that could be from a campfire, that can be from, there were soldiers in this area, there was some Civil War activity in this area. You know, that could have been anything, but it's definitely lead. It's definitely beautiful, and we'll keep it, and we'll keep heading back to the truck. And like I say, if I don't get anything else worth digging on video, we'll see you back at the truck for the wrap up. All right, so I'm working my way back to the truck, and I'm hearing some iron grunts all throughout in here, so I may hunker down here for about 5 or 10 minutes and just give it a shot and see what's here, if anything. This could have been another house, I don't know, closer to the river. Could have been an outbuilding, could have been anything really. But I want to show you guys this. This will be the 4th one this season that I picked up, so I'll pick this one up and carry it out with me too. I'll show you that. Check this out. Got a deer shed here. You can see, oh yeah, you can see right here on the point, and you can see up here on this point, these little teeth marks. This will be squirrels or rats. They'll gnaw on the bones to you know, get the calcium out. So been a nice little 8-pointer. 4 on one side, probably 4 on the other. We'll keep that. We'll pack it out, and we'll add it to the antler collection, the shed collection. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of work this area right through here for about 10 minutes or so, and just see if anything's here. I do see some unusual plant growth in here. I see some flowers and some ferns and stuff that doesn't typically grow in the wild. So we'll give it a few minutes, we'll give it a shot, and if don't find anything, we're going to head back to the truck and do the wrap up. So hang tight and we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back at the truck and I'm having to do the wrap up in the truck because the wind is just blowing 20 miles an hour out there. It seems like every time I get ready to talk, a gust of wind will blow through, and I know you can't hear me because I can't even hear myself talk. So I'm gonna just go ahead and show you the spread, and it's pretty good. I'm not disappointed one bit, even though the stuff here isn't really as old as I like. There are some old things mixed in there, and you know, a lot of times you come to these sites that you're looking for on the map, you have no idea where they are, you've never been to them before, and you come out pretty much empty-handed. Or either there was so much trash in there that you just gave up on it. You know, so I'm not disappointed one bit. I think I had an excellent day, and most of all of this will go in the collection for sure. Some of it will go into the special collections jar. That's not the trash can. That's just, I have a really big coffee table that I built. It's got a glass top on it. It's like a shadow box. And the stuff that doesn't go on to display goes into that coffee table. It's just kind of like a conversation piece. You know, sitting in the living room and people are like gazing upon all your stuff that you dug. And I rarely ever throw anything away unless it is just, you know, absolute junk. So I'll go ahead and show you what I got. Some of it I know what it is. Some of it, not so sure. And some of it I have no idea. So let's take a look at it. So this was the spread for today. So I got the spoon. I picked up this thing here. It feels brass, but it actually rang up in the 60s. So I don't know if it's a mixture of brass and pewter. I don't know if it swiveled at one point. I'm not really sure what that is. I don't know if that went to a lantern or if that was you know, some sort of rope decoration or whatnot. I'm not really sure. Got the currycomb teeth, got the drawer pull. The only flat button that I found today, and it actually says, I can see the word color spelled C-O-L-O-U-R. So I'm still gonna say that button's from about 1840s or 50s is where I'm gonna put it at. Could be wrong, could be a little high on that, but pretty sure that's right in the date range of that button. Now that it's odd that I've only found one button in there. Well, no, I mean, not really. You know, there was so much iron in there. I'm sure that iron is masking more flat buttons. We'll definitely be back to this site with a smaller coil or a different machine and hit it again and see if we can pull some more flat buttons out. So I got 2 pieces of harmonica reed. Those are probably from about 1870, 80-ish. Got the piece of lead, actually the 2 pieces of lead. Got these 2 things here that I thought were rosettes of some sort, but now I'm kind of second guessing that. They're not very heavy. I think they're pewter with maybe like a solder back in them. I'm not 100% on what those are. They could be battery cores is what they could be, but I'll get them home and brush them off and see if there's any detail on there. If there is, I'll put them in the end of the video, but as for right now, just for my satisfaction, I'm gonna say that they're rosettes because I haven't dug any rosettes in a really long time.
Got a grommet, pretty sure that's pretty modern. This thing here, that's the little locket thing I was telling you I found on the path when I was walking out. The modern dime. I dug this. It kind of resembles two things actually. It looks like it could be a sword pommel, but I don't think that's what it is. And it also kind of resembles a tampion, which would have gone over the top of a musket to keep the dirt, rain, and debris and all that out. But it's kind of big, so I'm not 100% sure on that. It's definitely decorative. So we'll get it home cleaned up, and if it has any writing on it or detail, or we can positively ID it, I'll stick that in the end video as well. And the last thing is this thing. Now, I don't know what this is. It was a screaming 85, and I thought it was more modern, but actually on the end right here, if you guys can see that, it says Reichman, New York. So I'm going to say that's at least 100 years old. If I had to guess, I would say that's probably something off a Model T. Maybe part of a door mechanism. Could have been something that went to the battery. Who knows? If anybody has any ideas what that is, or if you've ever dug one, let me know. But I'm going to say that probably goes to a Model T. So all in all, not a bad day at all. Dug a lot of signals. There's still a ton left in there. I just can't take any more of the heat. It's let's see what time it is. It's 1 o'clock. I've been out here at it for 9, 10, 11, 12. I've been out here at it 5 hours. It's the middle of June. It's very hot. Even though the wind's blowing, it does help a little bit. Doesn't help as much as I'd like to in the woods. I'm bleeding all over the place. I've already picked a couple ticks off of me, and I did spray off with permethrin. So I don't think I shouldn't have too many ticks on me. Be back to this site, if not tomorrow, very soon, with a different machine or a smaller coil for the Max. So if you guys like my videos, please click the subscribe button and ring the bell, and we'll see you guys on the next one. And good luck on your adventures out there. Hope you dig lots.